Hi, Alf here, and welcome to another episode of Zig and Alf Productions. So, this is a trip to Canterbury Cathedral, primarily to look at two sculptures, one of which is called Swords Point by Giles Blomfield, and the other is called Transport by Anthony Gormley. Now, tickets for adults are rather pricey, however, the best thing is they're valid for 12 months, and children also go free. Now, as you can see, a magnificent building like this requires a lot of refurbishment to keep it in tip-top shape. For example, generally the stone erodes and doesn't last forever, so it needs to be replaced. Now, there are people who are lucky enough to live right next to the cathedral, and they have rather nice gardens, I must say, but for now I'll be quiet and let the beautiful architecture of the cathedral speak for itself.
The crypt you see the sculpture Swords Point, which was created by Giles Blomfield in 1986 when he was architect of the cathedral. The sculpture represents the four swords of the knights who assassinated Thomas Becket in 1170. I always thought this was a particularly powerful sculpture, was fascinated by the shadows which seemed to be part of the whole thing. I later found out that indeed the shadows are part of it, as there are the two swords in front which together with the sword shadows form the four swords of the knights. Presumably the centrepiece is the cross. The swords are tipped with a deep red colour, but you have to look quite closely to see that. As this is the exact place where the event took place, it seems to give the whole thing a lot of resonance, the swords casting long ominous shadows into the present time. As you walk further into the crypt, you find the sculpture called Transport, created in 2011 by Anthony Gormley. This has a connection with the Swords Point sculpture, as it is situated above the original tomb of Thomas Becket. Trinity Chapel is where Thomas lay from 1220 until Henry VIII desecrated the tomb in 1538 and ordered the bones destroyed. The cathedral now keeps a candle for Thomas in the cathedral floor. The sculpture exists in a free-floating fashion situated between these 2 points. It really does appear to float, although of course it's securely tethered. It is made from the original rusty nails found in the roof of the cathedral. Of course the nails have a lot of resonance with other nails featured in Christianity, also are reminiscent of the crown of thorns. There is information about the sculpture at the site, and a brief quote from Gormley states, "We are all the temporary inhabitants of a body. It is our house, instrument and medium. Through it, all impressions of the world come, and from it, all our acts, thoughts and feelings are communicated. I hope to have evoked this in the most direct way possible.
Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the two beautiful sculptures, as well as the equally beautiful architecture of the Canterbury Cathedral. Now make sure to watch to the very end for an extra special surprise.
It was a fierce and bitter strife away Santillana. The General Taylor took his life along the plains of Mexico.